Hi, I'm Andre from the Urban Shalom Society, and we've been spending the last 5 weeks in Africa looking at cities in Kenya and in Zambia, Tanzania and South Africa, exploring this idea of what it would look like if there was a greater presence of the Kingdom of God in a city, or if our cities were flourishing. And this is an important question because over half the world's population lives in the city, and that will be rising to about 75% by the year 2050. So it's an urgent issue that we explore the nature of our communities and the nature of our cities, and that we set them up in the best way possible for people to flourish. So the Urban Shalom Society is a network of practitioners, academics, learners, leaders, all who are passionate about seeing cities become places where people can thrive and flourish. We have a concept that we use, this idea of shalom, which is about the well-being of the individual in the context of community. And our desire is to see communities reflect more of God's intention in our urban realities. And so we run training and research and consultancies all over the world to explore this question. But we really want to see the church mobilized to be all of what it can be in its community. It's this idea of integral or holistic mission where we bring people together to not only be focused inward within the church, but to be focused outward, and to say, what difference would it make as a church if we were to facilitate a community improvement process right here in our neighborhood? What that would look like, how that would change our urban environment. And we want to see these kinds of networks flourish all over global cities. Cities like Nairobi and Lusaka and Melbourne and Sydney and Pittsburgh and New York, London, Paris, anywhere where people are passionate to see communities thrive and flourish. As well as these networks of people who are passionate about their city, we're really excited to explore core issues of what's going on in the city. And so it's this idea that Desmond Tutu talked about, that we see people going past and they're drowning in the river, and we pull them out, and as churches we're often quite good at that kind of work, but we don't often spend the time to go upstream and figure out why they're falling in the first place. And this is the kind of thing that we're trying to do in the Urban Shalom Society. We want to talk with policymakers, we want to talk with decision makers around urban planning, community development, urban poverty, urban design, and even talk with theologians about theology in the city and how we educate for the city. What does a healthy city look like? What does a smart city look like? And how do we work with the green environment that's so important to see our places become sustainable and further? So this is just a little bit of work of Urban Shalom. We're a growing movement, and we'd love you to be a part of it. Check out our website, www.urbanshalomsociety.org, and we'd love to be in touch.